welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. So in today's video we are going to be talking about the budget form. So if you are interested in this video, then make sure you keep on watching. So in today's video we are talking about the budget form, and I've contemplated and I've gone back and forth, and I wanted to show you guys exactly how to complete the budget form, but I am not an expert. I am not a mortgage counselor, so I did not want to be showing you how to complete a budget form. I would prefer to leave that up to your mortgage counselor, but I will give you my intake and my experience on completing it and why it is very important to complete the budget form. So yes, in your NACA workbook that they initially give you at the workshop, or you can download it online, in that workbook it has the budget form. And so it has 3 different columns, and basically the first column is the workshop column, the second column is actual column, and then the third column is your goal column. So before we get into that, I wanted to kind of help you understand why you are required and why it is very necessary to complete the budget worksheet. So the first important reason as to why it is super important to complete your budget worksheet is because it's going to help you be able to determine what your affordable mortgage payment is going to be, or an estimate that is going to be close to what your mortgage payment is. So we all know that we have unexpected expenses that come up, and so with the budget sheet that is inside of the NACA workbook, it is there to help you prepare for your expenses that are to come, such as HOA fees, taxes, and insurance. And we all know that your taxes and insurance will be included in your mortgage, but your HOA will be paid outside of your mortgage. I have an HOA that is due twice a year, once in February and then once in May. So I have to make sure that when I am doing my budget, I include my HOA fees into my budget because those are to be paid twice a year. So the budget sheet is so critically important because it is going to capture all of your income and all of your expenses, and it's going to also show you where your money is going, because sometimes people be like, dog, I don't know where my money went. Well, when you complete that budget sheet, you're going to find out quickly where your money has gone to. So another reason why it is critically important to complete the budget sheet is because it is going to tell you whether or not you are able to save your money and how much you are able to save. We all know that we as women like to go shopping, and men does too, but women, we love to go shopping. And so we have to make sure that while we are going through this NACA journey, this NACA process, we are saving as much money as possible. We are showing our mortgage counselors and the bank that we are reliable, trustworthy people, and we want you to give us this money so we can buy this house. So on your NACA budget worksheet, you want to make sure that you are being truthful and honest on your worksheet, because you will have to provide it to your mortgage counselor. Your mortgage counselor will review it with you to determine whether there are more things that you could possibly cut back on. Now, on my budget worksheet that I submitted, or me and my husband submitted to our mortgage counselor, one of the things that she told me that I could cut back on was paying for my son's school lunch every day. No, my son has an option to either eat lunch at school or pack his lunch. And if my son prefers to eat school lunch and he wants me to pay for it, then that's what I'm going to do. I include it into my budget and I pay for his school lunch full price every day. And of course now they're digital learning, so I don't have to pay for his lunch. But that was one of her suggestions to me, was to pack his lunch every day. And unfortunately, both me and my husband work. We don't have time to do that in the morning, and my son basically likes to pick out what he wants to eat for lunch and for breakfast. So I decided to continue to pay for my son's breakfast and lunch at school because that was a choice that we as husband and wife decided to make. So on your NACA budget worksheet, like I said before, there are 3 columns: workshop, actual, and goal. So the workshop column, basically you are to complete that when you are attending your NACA webinar for the first time. So the workshop column, you are basically getting an idea of how you are to complete the actual budget worksheet. So you are really guesstimating in that first column where it says workshop, because you're trying to get an idea and a feel as to how to complete your budget worksheet. So when you are attending the NACA webinar, the workshop, that is the first column where you're going to list your expenses and whatever it is that you're spending your money on, and also your income that comes into the home. So that middle column, which is actual, that is going to be the actual amount of money that you are bringing into the home from everybody who lives in the home with you. Anybody that earns any type of income, whether it be Social Security, disability, whether it be VA benefits, whether it be wages from your employer or unemployment, you are going to list that, and contributions and gifts. You are going to list that in the actual column, because they want you to capture all of your income that you have coming in. And then you're going to also list all of your expenses that you pay your monthly bills on, whether it be your car note, car insurance, whether it is spending money on groceries, whether it is spending money on your garden, whether it's spending money on to get your nails, your toes done, whatever the case is, clothes, shoes. You want to make sure you list all of your expenses, all of your bills, because you have to be able to capture all of your income and all of your expenses as to where your money is going towards every single month. And then that third column basically is your goal. So in that third column, that goal is to basically state how much you want to put up towards your savings. Because if you come up with at least $250 that you can put as your goal to save, either every time you get paid or monthly, then that will be a great idea, because once you find out what your payment shock is, you may be saving more than what your payment shock is, which is absolutely great. So that third column is goals, and that is where you're going to put the amount of money that you want to contribute towards your savings. So I know for me, when I completed my NACA budget worksheet, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Because I didn't realize where all of my money was going towards. A lot of my money was going towards eating out, and a lot of my money was going towards shopping, buying clothes, shoes, getting my nails done, things like that. Now for my hair, besides my braids, I do my own hair. My natural hair, I do that. I don't go to the salon, and I don't pay anybody every 2 weeks to do my hair. But seeing that my money went to eating out and shopping, I was like, okay, I have to cut back. So when you are completing the NACA budget worksheet, it is going to break it down for you, and you are going to be like, oh my God, am I really spending this much money on this? Am I really spending this much money on that? It's going to be an eye-opener for you, because you're going to be like, oh my God, this is embarrassing. You spend so much money on eating out when you can just go to the grocery store and cook at home. Now, if you got the money to eat out every day and you just don't feel like cooking, or you don't know how to cook, and you can afford it, then by all means do it. But if you see that your money is going towards eating out every single day, and at the end of the month you have about $5 or $10 left in your account, that is a problem. And your budget sheet will help you realize that you are spending too much money in these particular areas. Your budget sheet is going to help you realize that you need a budget, basically, because if you had no budget before you attended this NACA workshop, then honey, yes, this budget sheet is going to help you realize that you need to start budgeting your finances and knowing where all of your money is going to. Before this whole NACA thing, I had no budget. I was just freely spending my money, swiping my card here, swiping my card there, and not realizing that I was spending so much money opposed to the money that I had coming in. And so that's one of the things that I love about the NACA program, is that they help you get your finances together. They help you really open up your eyes and give you a reality check on what you need to start doing as far as with your money. And if you are really ready to purchase a home, you have to create a budget for yourself, because budgeting is only going to help you be able to get to your goal of closing on your first home sooner than later. And in that third column where it says goal, When you decide on how much you want to save for a goal that is going to be used for your payment shock, that is only going to allow NACA to see that you are able to save money. So if you are saving $200 every time you get paid, and NACA sees consistently that you are depositing $200 into your savings account, and when it comes time for NACA to start reviewing your bank statements, and before they can even tell you what your payment shock is, you might have over $1,000 already saved up, because you have now started to budget your money and designate a certain amount towards your savings goal that will be used for not only your minimum required funds, but your payment shock as well. So creating a budget for yourself helps you in so many ways. It puts you ahead of the game, and NACA is going to really see that you are determined and you are ready to buy your home. So really quickly, on this budget sheet, there are just so many different categories on here. I'm looking at it right now, and on this budget sheet, it has everything on here. It has everything from your first job to your second job. It has child support. It has other income. And like I said, other income can be considered unemployment benefits. It can be considered contributions or gifts that people are giving you towards the purchase of your home. They also have your car loans. They have credit cards. They have student loans, charge-offs. They have utilities such as phone, internet, cable, electricity, water, sewage, heat and gas. They have food and beverages. They have transportation such as gasoline, car insurance, public transportation. If you ride the MARTA, if you catch the city bus to work or wherever you need to go, that needs to be budgeted onto your budget sheet. If that is one of your means of transportation, to catch the MARTA or to catch the city bus or Uber or whatever it is every day, wherever you need to go, then that needs to be budgeted into your worksheet, because that is a daily, weekly, or monthly expense that needs to be taken into consideration. Also on this NACA budget sheet, they have other things such as daycare. If you have children, young children in daycare, you definitely need to work that into your budget, because that is a super duper important expense and very expensive that you need to take into consideration as well. But yeah, on this budget worksheet, they have so many different categories that you need to take a look at, and it breaks it down for you. So you need to just estimate a total amount of money that you designate towards each of these different categories that are listed on this budget worksheet, and then you need to make additional copies of the worksheet as well, because I'm sure you're going to be attending your meetings with your mortgage counselor frequently, and so it will help you and your mortgage counselor if you complete these worksheets, budget worksheets, every time you get paid, so you can have a better idea as to where your money is going to every time you get paid. So after you complete your budget worksheet, you should be able to ask yourself, am I really able to save money to be able to buy my first home? Am I able to cut back on certain expenses to designate this money towards the commitment of buying my home? And you need to be able to understand that it's going to take work and it's going to take money to purchase your first home. Buying a home is a serious investment, and it can benefit you in the long run. And if you are not able to save your money, if you are not able to budget your money, then you may have to hold off for a little bit until you can get to that point where you are able to start saving money and cutting back on certain expenses that you really don't need. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know that I did not go deeper into detail. I am not a mortgage counselor. I am only giving you my advice and my tips based off my personal experience. And for your budget worksheet, I would prefer to leave that up to your mortgage counselor to allow them to go deeper into detail with you, to help you really understand how truly important it is to save your money and to budget your money correctly. So if you have any questions, or if you have any other suggestions on ideas and videos that you want to see, make sure to drop them down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. And once again, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you hit that red subscribe button below and give me a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.